So, Malik, this is your video. You gotta start it off.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Malik, aka Bokehdishous, back at it again with another video. In this video, I am here with Cracka.
Cracka, everyone. Hey, everybody. I'm Cracka.
So, this is awkward questions, or
Yeah, awkward / funny questions. Well, first, let's tell them, how long has it been now? About 2 years?
Yeah, it's been about 2 years. Lots of fun times.
Yeah. What we did was we reached out to you guys and asked you guys to give us some awkward questions. So let's start going through some of these. How did we meet?
So, little backstory, I used to work at Planet Fitness, and while I was working at Planet Fitness, I was also working on growing as a photographer and a videographer. A mentor told me you need to find somebody who's 10 years ahead of you. I kept hearing Cracka's name come up, and another good friend of yours, Martin Hernandez, Desco Martin, shout out to him. I remember I linked up with him because I was trying to learn more about Premiere Pro and video editing, and Martin said, honestly, I would go hit up Cracka and see if he'll let you shadow and stuff like that, and you could probably learn a lot from him. So I was at Planet Fitness, I DM'd him and said, hey, I would love to shadow you on one of your shoots. Would you be open to that? And he said, I got a music video this Saturday. You can come out to there if you want. So I got one of my friends at Planet Fitness to cover my shift, went to do behind the scenes for the music video and just shadow. I think it was Prime Suspects, which it was their music video that you were shooting for them. And then, like I said, ever since then, I just kept hitting them up to see if he needed behind the scenes and just kept interacting with him, and here we are.
My biggest thing that stood out with Malik was he gave a fuck. I think usually cameraman world, shooting a music video, I don't know, it's just, I remember filming and out of the corner of my eye, I kept seeing him paying attention and looking and asking if I needed a hand with anything. And I like having that type of aura, that vibe, that energy around me. You know, there's a lot of art questions. Like, what have you learned from each other?
Hey, you can go first if you want.
So I'm 33, 24.
Yeah.
I got 9 years on him. But I've learned a lot about like human psychology and persuasion and influence, and lots of very advanced eye-pain skills that he's acquired from, you know, taking different online courses, things like that, have mentors. I would say that's the most shit that I've learned from you.
The biggest thing I've learned from you, because there's a lot of stuff I learned from you, I still learn from you every day, is just kind of being very humble and being open to like working with everybody. Because I know sometimes you get so attached to like, I want to be at the top level, so I want to like, I don't want to, like, I just want to charge right here, when it's like, no, you need to be taking everything right now, build yourself up, build your reputation up, because it takes time. And once you have that reputation, then everything flows to you.
A funny story to share.
Which one is like, there's a lot of funny stories.
There's a lot of music videos where there's a certain lyric that gets stuck in our heads, and then for like the next 3 months, it'll just be out of nowhere and we'll randomly say those lyrics. I'd say that's one thing. I have one, so with the prop money, like the fake $100 bills, every single time we travel and we go to different Airbnbs, he'll film himself like opening up random cupboards and like lifting up a plate and setting a $100 bill in there. And it's funny when I get messages from the Airbnb host, they're like, hey, I think you accidentally left some money here, and they'll send pictures and like we have to remind them it's fake money, bro.
I think a couple times they were like, I assume that it's not real, but like, yeah. And I think one person actually inquired about a video after that.
Yeah, shout out to Brandy, she's my PA. She gave us a lot of different questions. What's the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
Besides your fart?
Yo, what's funny is I farted in the car today on the way back from a music video, and Alyssa was driving and was like, oh my God. And I said, it kind of smells like a baby diaper. And then he's in the back seat, he said, that's what that location that we were filming at today smelled like. And I said, you might have smelled my farts there.
I definitely got smacked in the face a couple times by fart clouds.
What's the most embarrassing thing that you've done in the last 2 years? Was there a moment in the last 2 years at a video shoot or something like that?
At a video?
He lives over there nodding his head, thinking of something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Oh, okay, yeah. So, it was, we were driving.
Tell the story.
Yep. We were driving.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
We were driving through Indianapolis. I think it was on a road trip. I think it was the first day of that trip. But let's just say we went to somebody's barbecue, right? And I ate the food. And don't get me wrong, food was great, barbecue was great, and like everything like that. But say the food didn't sit too well, and we were on the road in the middle of nowhere. I think you were filming, you were filming with him driving down the street, and I was feeling sick. When you gotta go, you gotta go. So I had to go over behind a bush over there I'm pretty sure it was somebody's house.
It was somebody's house. It was on the side of their house.
It could have been possibly maybe somebody's house. And I had to do what I had to do. I had to drop a big old number 2 in their bushes. I put some dirt over it so they never knew what happened. So that secret stays between us here
on the World Wide Web.
So it happens to the best of us.
Malik, would you leave me for Lyrical Lemonade?
I wouldn't leave you for Lyrical Lemonade. If anything, I would try to find a way to bring you with me to Lyrical Lemonade. Because I feel like if you have an opportunity to level up, you should bring the people that helped you get there with you.
Dallas said,
yeah.
When did you perform your first donkey punch? What's a donkey punch? You know what a donkey punch is?
Yeah, that demonetized. That demonetized the video.
So we're not addressing what a donkey punch is?
We're not gonna address that. Nice try, Dallas.
Get $250,000, but you have to wear a wig with pigtails in every video for a year with no explanation. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. If it was 10 years ago, yeah.
I would, and I'd be very honest. It was like, I no explanation. I'd be like, you'll find out, and you'll find out soon enough when, I got $250,000 in the bank.
What is a flaw in each of you? You said flaw of mine, I said flaw of yours. I know I don't have any, but if you were to nitpick one.
You can get, I would say sometimes you can get really down on yourself when it's not as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I think that you hold yourself at such a high standard that when it doesn't go well, it's like you feel like the world is burning around you when it's it's not as bad as you see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I would say that's probably my biggest flaw. B-Lil's is standing right there. One of his music videos that turned out great. During the shoot, yeah, we almost fought. No, I think it's just, I go into every video with the mindset of, I've been doing it for this many years. Technically, I'm at my prime. Why on earth would a bad video come out of this? And so as it's happening, I'm thinking what happened? What went wrong? How the hell am I gonna fix this when I edit it? And that's the type of stuff. But yes, so I have a hard time holding back my emotions.
And I think it's because, and it's kind of a trait of a high performance person, is you hold yourself at in the same high level standard that most people don't really hold themselves to. But also that's why you get the results that you get. So
let me think of a flaw. It'll take me a minute. It's not so much anymore, but maybe in the beginning, I'm really big on under-promise, over-deliver. And in the beginning, I would notice that you would get kind of very salesman-like.
Coffee's for closers only.
To some of the customers were oh, it's gonna be the best video ever. It's gonna be so worth the money. So you're kind of over-promising. And so then that worries me, where I'd rather just not even promise any, yeah.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
That makes sense. It's and I think a lot of that does come from because I at Planet Fitness and all that stuff, I was in sales, so it's naturally for me, it's let me hype this up. So they're oh, I'm excited to pay you. But it's what I've noticed is if you kind of it's almost you don't want to overhype things too much, just because then it's let's just say their expectation is way up here, and you still deliver great, but you still have the expectations.
But yeah, the hype was, yeah. Okay, so have I seen improvement in you? And Absolutely. I remember in the beginning, he would take the pictures and I would also ask for the raw files so I could edit them myself, just because I wasn't happy with the way the pictures looked when he would edit them. And just like anything with practice makes perfect. And over time, after sending me some pictures and then, I'd edit them myself. And they'd send me, the next shoot pictures and I'd maybe edit them myself. And after, I remember a specific time we were in Tennessee doing Katie's stuff and he sent me the pictures and I said, there you go. We've reached that threshold. These are good to go. I don't have to touch shit. And since that day, I haven't touched or tweaked or edited a picture. So just from a photography standpoint, yeah.
It's like I still got a lot of learning to do, so it's okay to like not be at my peak yet. Because it's like if I'm working closely with somebody who's already doing it, it's like I'm gonna accelerate faster, but also it's like I'm gonna still have a lot of improvement to make. So
here's one. What's my favorite? Not my favorite. What's one of my favorite attributes of yours, or we can do of each other? This where we're gonna touch each other's Peters for a second.
Pause.
I would say you are majority of the time, as long as you have enough energy or you're not sleeping, are always positive.
yeah.
Right? So even when I get down on videos and I'm kind of like frustrated, I'm set the camera down, I'm like, oh man, this shit's not going how I thought. And you're like, all right, we're gonna, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be good, yep. Still got more shots, positive. And even if I'm filming a YouTube video and I'm talking to the camera and I start stuttering, then I like, what was I saying? They'll be like, oh, you were saying this. And I think it's good. Or you'll be honest too and say, I think we can do it better, start from the beginning and do it again. So I would say that like majority of the time, that constant positivity, and you're always down too. Always down to, I could call you at midnight and talk for an hour about brainstorming things, or honestly, I feel like if I called you at midnight to film a video, you would probably be down.
Yeah, I'd be down. As long, like I said, as long as I'm not asleep, which even then it probably if I got a call and I'm asleep, I'd probably get up and do it. So,
yeah. Hey, I have a good one that was on there. Impersonate me. Do your best Cracka impression. I think I got you pretty good.
yeah. All right, let me get in. Yeah,
I'm pretty good at
you're great
impression.
in impersonation. So, like, you always do like the squint thing. Like you tend to squint a lot, especially when you're thinking or like trying to be motivational. I'm gonna try to be like motivational Cracka. You want to improve your life? You gotta go after things you gotta go after. There's certain things in life.
How do I start my YouTube videos?
What's up, everybody? I'm Cracka. Welcome back to Cracka TV.
That's pretty good.
So in this video, we're gonna talk about how to brand yourself. And then if this is like live recording, then you kind of like, okay, let me think.
Yeah. They don't see that shit gets edited out.
Give me a minute.
I'll sit there and be like, what was the name of the video gonna be? What am I talking about right here?
Yeah, no,
I blacked out.
I blacked out. I completely forgot what we were talking about.
What was I saying? What is this video even called? Yeah. Malik is very, so, I can't think of specific words, but lots of, boom, 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 boom. Snap finger, clap your hands. Yeah. You say a lot.
Yeah, that's like my filler. Like when I'm editing my YouTube videos, that's just like, I just cut out every single
If you hired a video editor, that would be like literally the description. Cut out all ums. He'd be like, fuck, this is gonna take me an hour and a half. There's 150 of them in this 5-minute video.
Yeah. Usually there is too. You guys don't see that because I edit.
Yeah. All right, well, I would say that this wraps up the, awkward questions, and we did another video together, which is on my channel. So there's gonna be a link on the screen, right? And in the description. So make sure you guys come on over there and check it out. And make sure you subscribe if you're not already too. He's got a lot of content coming.
Oh yeah.
And get this video a fucking thumbs up too. Yeah. If you guys want us to do another one of these videos in the future, like leave comments on this video so that way we know what questions to answer.